morning. Hi, my name is Heather Jones, and I will be guiding us in a meditation this morning. So I'm taking 3 deep breaths. And I invite you to breathe with me. I'm so thankful that we have this time to take a moment to turn within, to let go of everything that came before this moment, to be right here, right now. I invite you to relax your body, breathe, allow yourselves to be present with your breath. Allow yourself to recognize that it is the divine within that breathes you. God is right at the center of our beings. There's a stillness within us, a quiet, a place of peace that is at the seat of our soul. And we have this opportunity right here now to focus on it, to allow it to permeate our awareness, and to be in the silence for a moment. As we're in this silence, I invite you to imagine yourselves bathed in a warm glow. Imagine what it feels like to be covered in a warm blanket, or to be resting in a warm body of water, to be enveloped in a warm hug. I invite you to tune into and imagine a sensation of warmth, or imagine the warm sun warming your body. Just relax into this warmth. Let this warm energy carry you. Just rest in the warmth. Come back to your breath. Allow yourself to just rest in the vibration of the warmth and the stillness within. And if you find it a challenge to stay focused, just focus on the ease and the grace of your body breathing. I invite you to take another deep breath and do a long exhale. Come back to the warmth. Remember the feeling of warmth surrounding you and radiating from within you. You're safe in God. You're safe in this moment. You are safe in this one. There's nothing that needs to happen except to just be here and receive the one. Let's take another inhale. And long exhale out. One more time. Inhale. And do a long exhale out. So I invite you to come back to this space, come back to your bodies. Feel the warmth. Remember the warmth that we evoked during this session. At the same time, wiggle your fingers or your toes to come back to this space. And I'm grateful that we get to carry this energy of stillness, to remember the feeling and the sensation and the knowing that the stillness of God resides right within us. It is everywhere. It is around us. We swim in it. It carries us. It goes before us. It loves us. It holds us. The presence and the power of God is everywhere present. And it is particularly present within. It is our life. It is the truth of whom what we are. We are God in form. We are God in the flesh. We are the radiant expressions of the Most High God. So I'm thankful for this moment, this meditation, this moment of stillness, and this moment of connection. I give thanks for what is about to occur in our service. I bless Reverend Dr. Raymond Anderson. I bless Tracy. I bless all the hosts, the practitioners, the musicians. And I trust that the divine radiates and expresses through and as each and every one of us as we connect to the divine within us. Knowing all is well, I relax and allow it to be. And so it is. Amen.
Yes, I'm gonna say yes. I don't know where we're going, but I trust this. Yes, I'm gonna say yes. Abundantly, I know that we will manifest. Yes, I'm gonna say yes. I don't know where we're going, but I trust this. Yes, I'm gonna say yes. Abundantly, I know that we will manifest. Yes, I'm gonna say yes. I don't know where we're going, but I trust this. Yes, I'm gonna say yes. Abundantly, I know that we will manifest. Yes, I'm gonna say yes. I don't know where we're going, but I trust this. Yes, I'm gonna say yes. Abundantly, I know that we will manifest.
Good morning, all. Woo! Happy Sunday. Woo! Now, okay. In order to help with our new method of recording our service, we request that congregants and participants who are not speaking, performing, or interpreting to please turn cameras off until after service. At that time, all can come on camera to fellowship and share the love. Thank you for your cooperation. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Baltimore's virtual service. I am your host, Tracy Rhymes. Senior Minister, Reverend Dr. Raymond Anderson is our speaker today. Our musician is Sky Nelson. Serving as today's practitioner who led the pre-service meditation is Heather Jones. Assisting with making this service open, inviting, and accessible to the deaf community are our sign language interpreters, Faith Moore and Renuka Purimetla. Working behind the scenes, holding things down is Jim Lefter. On behalf of Reverend Dr. Ray, thank you all for your service. At CSL Greater Baltimore, every Sunday is Invite a Friend or Family Member Sunday. Make sure you spread the love and invite someone to service. We would love to have them hang out with us. Before practitioner Heather Jones grounds us in prayer, let me share this about her. Heather has been a licensed spiritual practitioner for 15 years. She resides in Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, and she currently serves as licensed practitioner with both Centers for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore, and Agape International Spiritual Center. Heather practices recognizing the divine in, through, and as all. Committed to expressing and revealing spiritual truth, Heather is a dynamic practitioner who serves as a teacher, speaker, and spiritual counselor. She is known for her sacred processes of unconditional love, where she guides her clients to deepen spiritual awareness, healing, and transformation. She is available for individual spiritual counseling, workshops, and prayer.
Good morning. Good morning, CSL Greater Baltimore. So I invite us all to take 3 deep breaths. Take a moment, inhale, and exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. One more time, breathe in. And exhale out. How grateful I am that we have this time to be connected, to connect to the stillness within. Grateful I am for this place, this space, this service in this space called CSL Greater Baltimore. I know that in this space and in this service, the reality and the truth that God is very, very clear. God is infinite good. God is peace. God is stillness. God is the deep joy. Infinite possibilities for good, for joy, for love. God is right where we are. We are God in the flesh. We are one with the one. Everywhere we go, we are God giving, God receiving, God seeing, God knowing, God expressing, God. This is the truth of our being. This is who we are. We are God in form. So I bless this service. I bless Reverend Dr. Raymond Anderson. I bless all those who participated in serving. I bless anyone within the sound of my voice. I know that our hearts are opened, our hearts are softened, and our minds are open and ready to receive. I give thanks in advance for all that is occurring. I know it is beautiful, it is whole, it is divine. We are connected, we are plugged in, remembering who and whose we are, God and flesh. So I'm thankful for this word into the action of the law. I know it is done right now, and so it is. Amen.
And so it is. Thank you, Heather. The Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore's community honors the world's religions. One tree, many branches. One mountain, many paths. One world, many religions and spiritual traditions. With the lighting of these candles on the first Sunday of each month, we not only honor each person on their select path, but we also bless them and recognize the light, the love, and the life-affirming nature of spirit as it shows itself in each path in each practice and in each person. We will now honor, in honor of Women's History Month. All right. Barbara Giddings was born July 31st, 1932, and made her transition February 18th, 2007. She was a prominent American activist for LGBT equality. She organized the New York chapter of the Daughters of Bilitis, abbreviated DOB, for 5 years. Edited the National DOB magazine, which is the latter, for 3 years, and worked closely with Frank Kemney in the 60s on the first picket lines that brought attention to the ban on employment of gay people by the largest employer in the US at that time, which was the United States government. Her early experiences with trying to learn more about lesbianism fueled her lifetime work with libraries. In the 70s, she was most involved in the American Library Association, ALA, especially its Gay Caucus, the first such in a professional organization, in order to promote positive literature about homosexuality in libraries. She was a part of the movement to get the American Psychiatric Association to drop homosexuality as a mental illness in 1972. Her self-described life mission was to tear away the shroud of invisibility related to homosexuality, which had therefore been associated with crime and mental illness. She was awarded a lifetime membership in the ALA, and they named an annual award for the Best Gay and Lesbian Novel by Barbara Giddings Award. And there's so much more online and Wikipedia and everywhere where you can learn more about her and so many other amazing women who have done so much, who we don't have enough time to honor all of them individually. Thank you. I have announcements for you. Are you ready? Yes, I heard you. We currently have 3 weekly ongoing ways to study, learn, and discuss. First and third Monday nights, you can hang out with the Sacred Contracts Book Club hosted by Nancy Rosenberg. Slide on down on Wednesday nights and hang out with the Science of Mind textbook exploration group facilitated by Reverend Dr. Ray. And then you have Thursday nights study group facilitated by practitioner Dr. Ronnie Ellington. So you have many, many ways. The discovery class is available online. Contact us at info@cslgreaterbaltimore.org or visit the website for more information on becoming a member of CSL Greater Baltimore. Sign up for the CSL Greater Baltimore newsletter. The YouTube channel, come on, we need more subscribers on the YouTube channel. The CSL Greater Baltimore Facebook and Instagram pages. And get more news and information by visiting cslgreaterbaltimore.org. Come on, sign up. Okay, we have a thank you to Donna Erling, Jane Bench, Jim and Josh Lefter, Queenie Perrier, Renuka, Purimetla, Robin Farrenholt, and Sue Monahan for helping with the consolidation of items in storage and cleanup. Great job, everyone. We did it. Oh. The Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Baltimore Ministry of Education has upcoming classes. Beginning April 6th, 7 to 9 p.m. for 8 weeks, Exploring Roots of Science of Mind, facilitated by Reverend Dr. Raymond Anderson. Exploring Roots of the Science of Mind is a transformational course and a fascinating journey through the minds of New Thought luminaries who greatly influenced Ernest Holmes, who's the founder of religious science. Each luminary provides a different spiritual perspective. Foundations of Science of Mind, facilitated by Dr. Ronnie Ellington. If you are interested in taking Foundations, contact Sue Monahan. Once 4 or more people express a desire, a Saturday class will be scheduled. For the full class descriptions and more information, you are encouraged to visit the website cslgreaterbaltimore.org or cslgreaterbaltimore.com to find more educational opportunities in ours and other communities we are partnered with. Would you like to receive a daily text and voice mail from Reverend Dr. Ray? I heard you. You said yes. For those of you who said yes, type join to 833-663-9021 to begin receiving your daily inspirations. You will be glad you did. For those of you joining us for the first time, on the count of 3, we all shout at the top of our lungs. We all shout however we are able to. Prayer works. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Prayer works. Woo! All right, I felt that one. We, as a community, continue to treat and move our feet, knowing the truth for everyone around the planet. Prayer requests can be sent at any time, and that is at any time via email to info@cslgreaterbaltimore.org. Sorry. Okay. So now, if you were with us a little earlier, you got a little taste. Our musician today is Sky Nelson Isaacs. He's a physicist, musician, and author of 2 books, Leap to Wholeness, which is how the world is programmed to help us grow, heal, and adapt, and Living in Flow, the science of synchronicity and how your choices shape your world. Having learned mindfulness practices from a young age and also obtained a master's degree in physics from San Francisco State University, he bridges worlds with his original research on time, space, quantum mechanics, and synchronicity. Sky is also a multi-instrumentalist and professional performer of award-winning original music compositions. For more information about his books, visit leaptowholenessbook.com, and his music, visit skynelson.com. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I can't open my video. If you want to let me do video, I will happily share that. And I wanted to let everyone know that first song, Yes, was written as the final project for my foundations class, Foundations of Science of Mind. So it's a wonderful class. I'm so excited that they're offering it at CSLGB. I'm going to play a very brand new song. This is the first time ever been performed. The world needs you. There we go. Another fire rages in the story of our passions. We set the stage for this a long time ago. Our frame of mind resists the changing of the seasons. I find it hard to let the old habits go. And if you feel lost within the crowd, declare yourself and shout your name out loud. The world needs you to aim your bow. The world needs you to fire your arrows. 'Cause no one else can do the things you need to do. The world needs you. The world needs you. The world needs you. The world needs you. Somebody out there needs your personal attention. The inspiration that you bring is never fake. Your mystery will soon surrender you its secrets. You'll do it all with style no one can imitate. And if you feel lost within the crowd, declare yourself, shout your name out loud. The world needs you to aim your bow. The world needs you to fire your arrows. 'Cause no one else can do the things you need to do. The world needs you. The world needs you. The world needs you. The world needs you. No one's got a plan like yours. Life never came this way before. And if you don't release it, your vision dies. Pull the string back to your ear, remit the arrow tip and steer it past the known horizon where beauty lies. 'Cause the world needs you to aim your bow. The world needs you to fire your arrows. 'Cause no one else can do the things you need to do. The world needs you. 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 The world needs you.
Thank you, Sky. All right. Now Heather will lead us in a spiritual practice.
Today's reading is taken from this book, Master Meditations. It's by Donald Curtis. And the reading I'm going to read is on page 110. It is entitled, I Express My Oneness with Perfection. First, a Bible verse, Matthew 5:48. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. Many people argue that because we are human, no one should expect us to be perfect. Yet who can deny a yearning to be happy, to be prosperous, to be loved, to be understood? Something in us insists that perfection is the rightful state of humans. And this urge to express it is testimony to the fact that perfection is already within us. Just to contemplate the body temple, the soundness and excellence of its systems, its functions, its billions of cells teeming with life, should make us realize that a divine perfection is centered in us and also moves through the body of our affairs. Perfection is our heritage, its expression our goal, and will manifest when we really accept its presence. I invite you to contemplate this meditation. I am aware of God's perfection flowing through me today, and let nothing hinder my projection of this perfection. I quietly turn from every idea which has denied it. The appearance of trouble, illness, or any adverse circumstance slips from me in my reliance upon the integrity of God's action within me. Nothing can deter or sway me from my divine heritage. I cannot be confused. I travel towards perfection by this acceptance of God's presence in me. Every event and every condition in my life confirms my recognition of it. I know who I am and what I am, and I live to express God's nature in me. So how grateful I am that we get to experience and know the perfection of God within us. We get to turn within, we get to remember our divinity, we get to know our oneness with God. And as we anchor and realize who we are within, as we anchor the divine expression of God within us, we move from this place. We move, we give, we express, we receive, we know who we are. I'm so grateful that we get to be God informed, that we get to remember our power in, through, and as God. So with gratitude for this and so much more, I rest in this goodness and I relax and allow it to be. And so it is. Amen.
And so it is. Thank you very much, Heather. All right. He's back. Senior Minister, Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Baltimore, Reverend Dr. Raymond Anderson, has frequently been referred to as a Renaissance man. One look at his resume and the reason becomes clear. As a lifelong learner with a passion for self-development, personal transformation, transmutation, and self-awakening, he lives his bliss as a teacher, mentor, speaker, minister, and so much more. His mission is to live, move, and be an active, which is an acronym, authentic, compassionate, transparent, inspired, vibrant, and empowered member of society who serves to educate, elucidate, emancipate, awaken, and empower people and communities. The floor is yours, Reverend Ray.
I don't just want the floor, Tracy. I need the microphone and the camera, and
Okay.
I appreciate having the floor, but I need the other stuff
Okay,
too.
you have the floor, the camera.
Oh, thank you very much.
Microphone.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank
And
you.
everyone's attention.
I don't know if everybody's paying attention. I don't think Renuka's paying attention.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. Hello and welcome back. Not you welcome back. No, wait a minute. Okay. Yes. Good morning. I'm still floating off of my birthday joy. So if we are ready, because today's going to be one of those kind of days. You know, it's that kind of day where I am going to invite us into a brand new, higher level of showing up. Because today we're talking about what does it mean to be committed to transformation. So let's go. To truly live in accordance with spiritual principles, we must commit to living what we espouse. Breathe that in, because if we're going to talk it, then we should also walk it. Even when, or especially when, things seem to contradict what we desire in our lives. So when stuff hits the fan, how do we still commit to this practice? How do we commit? And what does it really mean to commit? So that's going to be our adventure today. And it starts off with, it's not a homework assignment. I got ready to say homework, but it starts with an assignment. Get your fingers ready to type in. I want to know what all of these images that you now see, there's a particular word that they all have in common. And go, type. In 5, 4, Tracy's checking, 3, 2.
Whoa, that was fast. Commitment, risk.
Right, there you go. Commitment,
risk, connection, promise.
There you go. So commitment and risk are the main two, but commitment, because if you're in a relationship, you have to be committed. If you are a sculptor, then you are committed. If you're a stand-up comedian or a performer, you're committed. Once you, as Sky's book says, once you take the leap, once you've made the jump, there is no going back. So what does it mean to be committed then? So, you know, I love this whole idea of, you know, words. So committed, the adjective, loyal and willing to give your time and energy to something that you believe in. Having promised to be involved in a plan of action. Examples: committed parent is one who is at their child's performance or game. A committed person is to give your life to in honor to a specific cause, right? But the root word is to commit, which is a verb. It's an action, to carry into action deliberately, to perpetrate or perform, obligate or bind, to pledge or assign some particular course or use, to entrust. Okay, so we got that, right? So we are pledging, we are entrusting, we are taking a particular course of action, but we're committed to transformation, to transforming. So transformation, an act, process, or instance of transforming or being transformed, with transform being the verb, to change. And there's a whole bunch of ways one can change, but to change. So if we're committed to transformation, then what is the transformation that we are, what is the change that we are entrusting, pledging, being committed to? We seeking to change our lives so that we feel better. In other words, transform from this feeling to greater and greater levels of health. Transform to greater and greater levels of wealth and prosperity, greater and greater levels of what it means to be inclusive, justice, what it means to be a world that works for all. But in order to transform, in order to be committed to transformation, we have to know, we have to be honest with where we are right now. Dr. Cornell West says, we have to recognize that there cannot be relationships unless there is commitment, unless there is loyalty, unless there is love, patience, and persistence. Okay, so relationships. love, loyalty, persistence, patience? Are we committed to what it means to be in relationships? Because ultimately, this transformation is the relationship we have with ourselves and all of the places we show up. Because we, just as these circles indicate, the concentric circles indicate, we ripple out and show up in a variety of places. How do we show up with our neighbors and in our neighborhood? How do we show up with our coworkers at work or place of employment? Or if we're retired, how do we show up with the people we socialize with? How do we show up with our family and friends, et cetera, et cetera? How do we show up in our spiritual community? How do we show up in the world? So this relationship that we have with ourselves, are there parts of us that we don't like and don't want to speak to? In the same way that, that one neighbor that lives down the street, that raggedy house that they just won't paint, that even like, oh goodness, why would you not just paint the house? And we're like, I don't even speak to them. As soon as I get there, I cross the street and like, look at my shoes or something. Are there parts of ourselves that we don't like? And so we ignore, we deny, we are not committed to. We cheat on the financial part of us. We cheat on them. We're not loyal to them. We cheat on the part of us that is health and well-being. We cheat on that part. We're like, I'm not going to take care of that part because I don't really care. Is there some aspect of ourselves that we are not loyal to, that we are not patient with? Like I'm not patient with, like I keep saying I'm going to work out, but then, I never do. I don't understand. What's wrong with me? Where's the patience? Tracy just said, why can't I pronounce these words correctly? Like there's that part of us that we don't want to be in relationship with because that part of us, it irks us. But the moment we start to really get deeper, we recognize not only is there this part of us, but that the cells of who we are and what we are begin to multiply and divide as we show up. As the Venn diagram of Tracy's relationship with herself and my relationship with myself join and become the relationship we have with each other, things start to change. See, it's one thing for me to talk to myself in whatever way that I talk to myself. But the moment I'm in relationship, how I talk to me affects Tracy. Because if I am someone who is overly critical of myself, then clearly I'm going to be overly critical. And even if it doesn't come out in a direct, conscious manner, it's going to come out because our diagrams, our energies now overlap. Well, now bring a third person in, bring a fifth person in, bring the community in, bring the world in, bring the news in. Everything is relationship. How do I have relationship, as Dr. Cornell West said, where there is patience and persistence and love, where I am demonstrating how committed I am in the same way that once that egg is fertilized, creation is now committed to forming a new life. And when we recognize that ultimately what this is, it's all God. That's all there is. So this relationship that we're talking about ultimately isn't just my relationship with myself. It's not just my relationship with Tracy. It's my relationship to God, with God, as God. The manner in which I speak to myself is the manner in which I am choosing to speak to God, with God, and as God. The manner in which I communicate with Tracy is the manner in which I am speaking to God, with God, and as God. The manner in which I communicate with my neighbors, the manner in which I communicate and relate to you, the manner in which I show up and communicate in relationship and am committed is the relationship that I have to God, with God, and as God. How committed then am I? Right? So it goes back to what I said before. If there's a part of me that I do not want to be in relationship with, and I'm denying it, then how am I going to do what Heather said. How am I going to therefore be perfect in expression as that which God in heaven, which heaven is a state of consciousness, therefore be ye perfect as that which you are in truth and in essence. For in heaven, your higher state of consciousness, that which you are as God is, infinite, eternal, and ever expanding perfection. How am I in relationship with that? So Wayne Dyer says, there's no scarcity of opportunity to make a living at what you love. There is only a scarcity of resolve to make it happen. A scarcity of resolve to make it happen. So I have the opportunity to do what I love and love what I do as a career, as a job, as a way of showing up. I have a passion to pull the bowstring and fire the arrow of joy and love and manifest, as Sky said. The world needs you, and it needs your joy, your power, your presence. But if there is a scarcity, as Wayne Dyer just said, there is a scarcity of, do I really want to commit? Do I really want to make the leap? Can I? Am I capable of? Do I have the skills to be? Be ye therefore perfect. Be ye therefore whole. Be ye therefore complete. Be therefore confident as that which is the truth of your being, the very consciousness that is creating and moving in, through, and as you. The confidence of God, to God, with God, as God. Am I willing to move and allow that passion to move in, through, and as me so that I'm able to take the leap? I leap into wholeness. I leap into perfection. I leap into love. I leap into purpose. I leap. Sky's book didn't say, I gently take a stroll. There are some folks who refer to what we do in New Thought as there are toe dippers, who just gently dip their toe in the swimming pool and then they put it back. They're like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then there are those who are the more soul swimmers, like they get in and they swim and they swim. And then there are the deep divers who go deep diving into consciousness to find the pearls of infinite wisdom. If we're going to take the leap, if we're going to commit to transformation, what does that look like? What does that mean for us to really jump in? Peter Drucker says, unless commitment is made, there are only promises and hopes, but no plans, no action. So let's envision it like this. Dr. Ronnie, first Sunday of every month, conducts visioning. And visioning is the process of opening ourselves at the top, availing that which is Spirit's passion, purpose, and plan for our lives, for our center, for our community. Now, suppose that she guided the community through visioning and then everything just stopped. Nothing went to the board of trustees. Nothing went to the practitioners. It was just a group of people getting together to chit chat, and that's all. Then there's no movement, right? But under the guidance of Dr. Ronnie, it goes through the visioning process directly into strategizing, not simply, well, I hope that what came up in visioning, I hope we can manifest it. No. Because what Dr. Ronnie does is takes this stuff and brings it to the prac core, which we don't see our prac core as simply a prac core. Practitioners of distinction, distinguished people who practice the law to such a degree that they know and know that they know. So there is no simply, well, we promise, we broke a promise because we have a relationship of breaking promises. Hoping, well, hope, hope. We are committed. And then there is a plan, and from the plan, there is action. Same thing Tracy did with the consolidation and the move and the clean. It started with an idea. The idea grew feet, treat and move your feet, and it became a verb. If we are committed, then there must be an action, a demonstration of that commitment in order for the transformation to occur. And all of the transformations we look at, no matter what it is, whether it's a butterfly, caterpillar becoming a butterfly, whether it's a seed becoming a plant, whether it's an idea becoming a demonstration, a manifestation of whatever it is, that successful thing, whether it's an embryo, an egg, fertilized sperm stuff, becoming a child, like all of it starts and moves through the exact same laws of creation, the law of mind in action, the creative process. It's all the same. Why? Because it's all God. God is all there is. So it makes sense that God, as all there is, would show the same pattern, would show the same process, would show the same laws of creation in, through, and as all of the places it shows up. So once again, we are invited back to what does it mean to be in relationship with myself as someone who is already using the laws of the creative process. We're already using it. Question is, are we using it to create what we desire and deserve? Or are we using it to create the very things we don't want? Sammy Davis Jr. said, you always have two choices, your commitment versus your fear. So what, time out. What? Two choices, two relationships. I can be booed up with my commitment. Hey, boo, I love you, commitment. Hold on a second. I'm going to go to the mailbox. Hey, fear, what's up? Ain't seen you in a while. Hey, no, commitment. I'm not cheating on you. No. Hey, shh. Commitment doesn't even know you're here. Hey, is that what we do? Do we double dip on commitment and fear, trying to convince ourselves that we're committed? But if we look around at our lives will show us what we are committed to. Am I committed to transformation in ever evolving spirals upward, or am I committed to fear? Our lives will show which one it is. Now, let's be mindful. We've heard this before. Fear is a liar. Do you recognize and understand that? No, it's not. Fear is not a liar. Fear is the expression of our feelings that are exposing alternate realities, right? You got that? Read it again. Feelings are exposing alternate realities. And so the question then becomes, what is it showing me? What is it showing me? So the fear isn't lying to you. The fear is showing you something else in your reality to give the opportunity to transform it, to transform from the fear into, let's say, faith, to transform from the fear into forward evolution, to transform from the fear into, what did Dr. Cornell West say? Love, persistence, patience, anything that is moving us in. What did Heather say? Perfection as God, the truth of our being. Fear is showing you. So check this out. Look. Do you know you're afraid of that? And that fear is holding you back from being your greatest self. That fear is preventing you from writing your book. That fear is preventing you from painting. That fear is preventing you from opening your own business. That fear is preventing you from being in a loving, intimate, romantic relationship. That fear. Therefore, everything you desire and deserve is on the other side of it. If you want it, you must commit to moving through the very thing that you fear to get to the other side. Ernest Holmes said in the Sermon by the Sea, we are taking, I trust, a vision, something beyond a hope and a longing, that the living Spirit shall through us walk anew into its own creation, and a new glory come with a dawn. In other words, a resurrection. Whatever the old life is, oh, and is it not interesting that we are approaching Easter? Happy Passover, by the way. The old self is put into the tomb, right? The fears, you address them, and then I bid you adieu. I no longer have need of you. You served your purpose for a while. You were like the binky that I used to suck on, or you were like the safety blanket that I used to hold. You were like the whatever that kept me comfortable, the cake, the ice cream, the donuts that kept me comfortable. You were like the friends that weren't really friends because, but kept me comfortable. Whatever the addiction is, kept me comfortable. But I no longer have need of you because I'm going over here. I'm doing this other thing now. I am demonstrating my wholeness. I am demonstrating my perfection. I am demonstrating what it means to be renewed, to be made anew, to walk anew, to show up anew. Recognizing that whatever it is that we are doing, however our creativity and expression of passion shows up, that we are always afforded the opportunity to start again, right? So suppose you start a new business like the potter starts a new pot. It's not working, then start again. See, that's the great thing about new thought. That's the great thing about breathing again. Heather guides us in meditation and she says, take a deep breath. And I noticed that when I took the first deep breath, I breathed more from my chest and neck, and I took a breath here, and it wasn't a deep breath. See, the great thing is when she says, do it again, do it again, think it again, start it again, say it again, replant the seeds, wipe the chalkboard clean, and do the equation again. Draw and erase it and do it again. Get a new sheet of paper, whatever it is, we get to start again. And some people are going to say, yeah, but Ray, we're limited in the number of days we get. Are we? Because if that which God is infinite, eternal, and ever expanding, then though this side of the veil may end, who and what we are never ends. So even death does not stop the process of change, growth, evolution, and becoming more and more. Because if that was the case, then death is stronger than God. And it's not. Even Yeshua said that. I have come to overcome death, to let you know that death is not the end. Death is simply one door leading to that. If it were not so, that in my Father's house, in the consciousness of the multiverse, there are many mansions, there are many ways to express life. There are many ways that God incarnates itself. So do not be afraid of limited number of days. The moment we leap, the moment we take the plunge, the moment we trust and with patience and persistence go forward, we are met in relationship. God meets us. Because remember, there is only the relationship of God with itself. So if we say, but Tracy, I don't have enough money to start my own business. Well, is that the consciousness of lack and scarcity? Or is it simply saying, Tracy, right here, right now, I may not be demonstrating enough money. But that does not stop me from planning. It does not stop me from visioning. It does not stop me from praying. It does not stop me from having sessions with practitioners to do something in my consciousness so that the gates of infinite flow now move in through me and as me, so that I am not just standing in the flow, but that the very flow of creation and abundance is what I am in expression. There is nothing that stands in our way when we know this. Joe Goldsmith says, the Christ is here. It is your very own consciousness. When human thought is stilled, the human thought is that thought of what the world says. What the world says now is can't, you can't. Everything you think you know, you really don't know. See, the world will tell you what you can't do, what you shouldn't be, what you're not good at. But the moment you recognize that the Christ is here, that thought is quieted. Where human effort ends, you don't make the butterfly change. You don't make the plant grow. You don't make you grow. You don't say, okay, I'm 12 and I want to be 18. It's not like the little kids on WandaVision. You can't will yourself into being older. It doesn't work that way. There is already the creative, Tracy's laughing at me. It's already the creative process in motion. So what do? You surrender the human effort and let God be God. Let the process, the activity of the Christ move in, through, and as you. So, are you ready? Your assignment this week. I was thinking more like a Mission Impossible theme song, which you just threw it out of my head. Leave it alone, Tracy. Tracy, funny. Anyhow, so yeah, that definitely ain't it. That's Mod Squad or something. Anyway, your assignment for this week, your practice, your way of engaging the practice is ask yourself, what does my life demonstrate that I am committed to? Right? Look around your life. Look at your relationships with people, family, friends, job, hobbies, whatever. And recognize that you have the evidence of what you are committed to when you look. Where in my life this week can I more mindfully commit and improve the quality of my life? So look around and start identifying what's one thing that this week that I can mindfully commit to and improve the quality of my life. Okay. Second, where might I think I am committed, but what I really am is hoping without a plan. I'm just hoping. I don't have a plan. I'm hoping one day it'll show up. I'm hoping that, when I break open the fortune cookie from my Chinese food from my birthday, I'm hoping that the fortune will give me lottery numbers or a fortune that's like, Ray, this fortune is yours. Tracy, it's got my name on it. This is clearly a sign from God. Everything is a sign from God because God is all there is. So where might I think I'm committed to this thing, but really what I'm doing is simply hoping without a plan? What are my deepest thoughts, beliefs, feelings about commitment? Do I tend to avoid making commitments, or do I tend to overcommit? Do I tend to fill up my calendar with so many things that I can't really truly commit to one course of action to move me forward? Because there's so many things. It's like what I told Sky about Tracy earlier this morning during their sound check was, Tracy's an octopus. You may not see all of the arms of, but Tracy at times will be like, I'm doing so many things with these arms that these arms forgot to send Sue an email with, right?
With all of the information.
With all of the information, right? She got it. All of it. Because sometimes the overcommitting, and I'm just picking with Tracy right now, but it's the whole lot, because I've done it. Say yes to so many things that your yes is really a yeah. It's just a yeah. Are you committed to this relationship? Yeah. Really? Like you're standing there. Do you, Ray, take Tracy to be your lawfully wedded husband, wife, something? Do you? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Tracy's like, what? Man, you better say, yes, I do.
No.
I'm just using it as an example, man,
okay.
But they know you're my sister. Okay. It's just an example.
Okay.
Calm down.
So you better say yes.
Relax, right? Thank you, okay. Right? Because a yeah is not going to do it. And lastly, Tracy's favorite part, have a conversation with tres personas, 3 people, about what it means to live in relationship to, with, and as God, and what commitment has to do with these relationships. Ooh. Ooh. Today's affirmation and declaration, I will read it first and then together. As I right now relax into and behold God as gracefulness unfolding as my life, I am able to commit to experiencing all the good I desire and deserve. Together, as I right now relax into and behold God as gracefulness unfolding as my life, I am able to commit to experiencing all the good I desire and deserve. And breathe that in. Breathe in that good, because in this moment we are preparing to open our hearts and our minds and our bodies for the vibration of goodness that Sky is about to bring to us once more with his powerful music that is literally shifting the physicality of our beings, our spirits, our emotions, our minds. So simply put your hands together as we welcome Sky Nelson.
We're on a quest now. That's the adventure. Okay, this is a song for Joy this morning. Hey there, buddy. What's that you say? You're feeling down today. There are so many things in this world you would like to change, but I don't have no sad songs to sing for you today. I've left them all behind, left them all behind. I've left them all behind. I've got no sad songs today. Got another sunny morning to work toward my dreams. I don't need nothing but my creativity. I don't compare myself to others anymore. I've left that all behind. Left that all behind. I've left that all behind. I've got no sad songs today. I won't sing no, I won't sing no, I won't sing no sad songs. I won't sing no, I won't sing no, I won't sing no sad songs. I won't sing no, I won't sing no, I won't sing no sad songs. I've left that all behind. I've got no sad songs today. Turn off the television, I ignore the news. There's no good reason a man like me should sing the blues. Spilling sadness everywhere, but that's all in my mind. I've left that all behind. Left that all behind. I've left that all behind. I've got no sad songs today. Let me hear you. I won't sing no, I won't sing no, I won't sing no sad songs. I won't sing no, I won't sing no, I won't sing no sad songs. I won't sing no, I won't sing no, I won't sing no sad songs. I've left that all behind. I've got no sad songs today. won't sing no, sing no, sing no sad songs. I won't sing no, sing no sad songs. I won't sing no, sing no, won't sing no sad songs. I won't sing no, sing no, sing no sad songs. I won't sing no, sing no, sing no sad songs. I won't left that all behind. I've got no sad songs today. Sorry, folks.
Yes, man. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't singing no sad songs today. And matter of fact, truth be told, I ain't singing no sad songs today. I ain't singing no sad songs tomorrow. I ain't even gonna sing no sad songs today about yesterday or about the old me. I'm not singing no sad song. Like Sky just said, did y'all hear? Oh, did y'all hear what Sky? Huh? He's still there? There you go, Sky. Ah, yes. Yes. I ain't singing no sad song because today is no, okay. Woo. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I told y'all I'm still floating from the birthday stuff, man. Come on now. Ooh, this is the best I have ever felt in. For those of you who do not know, this is a short public service announcement. Ray turned 55 on March 25th. And this is the best I have ever felt, even with the little back pain thing and the podiatry thing that the dude gave me the inserts for and all this other stuff to help correct my posture and all blah, 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 blah. This is the best I have ever felt in my entire life. Like happiness and joy and passion and bliss. And so, yeah, I ain't singing no sad songs about nothing. I'm singing songs about possibility and infinite love, joy, and gratitude. So thank you, Sky, for reminding me, of the love, of the love, joy, and possibility of all that we can do and be. Yes. So let me breathe, let me relax, because Tracy's still over there laughing at me. So at this time of service, we are reminded that part of our commitment to our beloved spiritual community is shows itself in, through, and as the manner in which we support, as Tracy says, through our tithes and donations to keep the lights on, because right now, while we may not have a physical space, what we are doing is paving the way for our next building, our right and perfect space to be able to do what we desire and deserve to do as CSL Greater Baltimore. So the money we are raising now is for that building, which we know already exists in consciousness. So what we are doing is paving the way forward, right? And we tithe where we feel spiritually fed and uplifted. And if nothing I said today fed you, fine, I'm good with that, because I know that Heather fed you, and I know that Sky fed you, and I know that Tracy, the woman who said synchronicity, and whatever else she said today, because she wasn't able to formulate her words. Tracy fed y'all today because prayer works. Like, I know that here at CSL Greater Baltimore that our spirits are uplifted and that there is joy and laughter and love in this beloved community. So let us demonstrate this by the way that we show up financially with tithes, time, treasure, and talent. Let us be reminded, for those who may not know, that here at CSL Greater Baltimore, we are pledging, the practitioners are pledging, and the community is pledging. The practitioner corps has pledged $25,000 by the end of this year, which is in addition to their monthly tithes. At this present moment, there is $810, and I'm pretty sure that that has grown, but gives our treasurer, Sue Monahan, time to calculate and add it. But at this present moment, we will say 800, and I got to say 3,000 because I saw that March 3rd, yeah, exactly. I feel like Tracy. So $810. The community, 810. So the community At this present moment, unsure of what the numbers are, but we know that the community is pledging. So the goal, the matching goal for the community is another also $25,000. How do you give, donate, tithe?
How?
PayPal. You see it on the slide, Tracy. PayPal, text messaging, postal service. For more information, go to the website and you can find out more. Understand also that if you want to tithe to, like you want to divide or split your tithe, so you can put a portion to emergency care, hospitality, the practitioners, the interpreters, like you can also divide your tithes and put it somewhere specific if you desire. And if you want more information, feel free to contact myself or one of the board of trustees, and we will give you the information you are seeking. Our declaration of financial wealth and abundance. If you are ready, say again.
Ready.
Oh, there you go. Let us together. I joyfully, consciously, and gratefully participate in the law of circulation. I trust in the spiritual principle that says, as I sow into my beloved community, I demonstrate my awareness of standing not only in the flow, but as the flow itself. As I sow of myself, my time, my treasure, my talent, I demonstrate my support and engagement in my community's vision, mission, and purpose. I actively give as a demonstration, as a demonstration of my commitment.
All right, as a demonstration of my commitment.
Of manifesting, of reaping the harvest of a world that works for all. Ooh, and we breathe in all of that amazing, powerful, everything that happened today from the pre-service meditation that if you weren't here for, doesn't matter because Heather set the tone for this holding of consciousness and this elevating of consciousness, which then Sky joined in with the pre-service music and Renuka interpreted and Faith did the sign like oh, so much deliciousness that we have had and felt, and now we continue that into the day because Tracy said, be awesome today. Be committed to your own awesomeness today. Whew, and breathe. Breathe, knowing that service is now coming to an end, but what it means to be in service, to be in, through, and as God, serving itself in every relationship never ends. If you want prayer, and I know you do, know that our practitioner on duty today, Heather, is available for one-on-one prayer sessions where she will know the truth about you. So whatever it is you want her to know health and well-being, you want her to know you're good and there's even gooder. Like that's what you want her to know, then she's ready, willing, and more than able to know that for you. And if you are unavailable to stay after service, doesn't matter. There's such a thing as email, text messaging. There's a way you can still get your message across so prayer will be had for you. And if you want a practitioner to contact you, they are available to do so. So if you are staying for prayer, type the word prayer in the chat box so Tracy will know to place you in a breakout room for prayer. Now let us breathe and anchor, recognizing the infinite goodness of all that God is, recognizing that there is only a song of joy and rejoicing to be sung. There is only this commitment to being that which joy, love, power, presence, health, and well-being, and all of the things that God is showing up in these individualized expressions that we call our own lives. But what we are ultimately recognizing is that God is all there is. And we breathe, knowing that as service comes to an end, the goodness of God in, through, and as each and every one of us continues to breathe us, to breathe itself as us, to love itself as us, to lift itself as us, to transform itself as us, because that which God is ever committed to itself, and its ever forward, ever evolving, ever expanding consciousness into more and more and more of that which it is. knowing that this is good and oh so good. The law receives, service comes to an end, our love and joy continues. We touch and agree because we know this is already answered prayer, and we seal it and declare it by saying, and so it is. Amen. Love you all. Blessings. See you soon.
See you soon.